David's going to start us off in Amarillo, Texas. Hi, David. How are you?
Pretty good, Dave. How are you today?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Well, I have recently remarried about 3 years ago, and was very near debt-free. And my wife, I told my wife before we got married we weren't going to have any debt except the house. And so, anyway, on our first anniversary, I bought her a sleep number bed, which is very expensive, and I charged it. Well, now she likes to spend money like it's made out of water, like there's an endless supply. And I can't get her to sit down with me and create a budget. And I would really like to do the Financial Peace University with her, but I just don't know how to get her to agree to those things.
Well, the first thing you don't do is say, Dave Ramsey said, whatever. You've already did it, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you turned me into a cuss word, man. You wimp, you blamed it on me.
And the second thing is you can't tell your wife, okay, this is going into my new marriage. This is going to be a key priority for us until the first big purchase, and then I'm going to go ahead and just knock down my own boundary and then get mad at you for walking through that gate that I opened up. You can't do that.
Yeah. So
yeah, I understand.
What you've got to do is you have to dial back because both of you engaged in childish behavior. And we have to both dial back to adult behavior. Adults devise a plan and follow it. Children do what feels good. And so what you're discussing is the symptom. The symptom is overspending. The symptom is debt. The symptom is a sleep number bed. You financed a bed!
A bed, man.
A bed! You got to say that out loud. Oh, and so you have to dial back and go, those are symptoms. And the problem that caused those symptoms to occur is vision, lack of it. You do not have a shared vision for your wealth in the future and what your wealth will do for you. It will allow us to travel. It will allow us to buy this. It will allow us to be generous in this way. And we have to do things to cause that wealth to happen, and one of those is avoiding debt going forward, and that includes me because I'm a bonehead and I broke my own word here. You got to start with apologizing deeply, a deep bow and scrape and beg for forgiveness, and then say, but the reason I wanted us to do that, even though I screwed it up, was because I believe if we stay out of debt, these are the things that are going to happen. Let's talk about why and where we're going and changing our family tree and retiring with dignity and being in a position to be unbelievably generous and those kinds of big things. Then she can get on board. And, oh, by the way, you get a vote and I get a vote. We both have a vote, and we don't go against that. My wife and I were discussing a major purchase this morning before I left home. And she wasn't happy about it, and I'm really happy about it. And but later on, we got happy, you know, and so it worked out. But I wasn't going to go forward with that until we're both in agreement, and it fits into our overall plan.
Yeah, and I think it's
important.
important.
A boat or a truck, Dave?
A gun or a truck? Could be. Yeah, could be.
It could be. You sidetracked me. So here's another thing. A conversation you can have after the vision conversation is being curious with yourself when you're about to buy something, both you and her. The question I always want to ask myself, for me, it's eating. For me, it is I want to skip a workout. For me, it's I'm not going to check in with my wife on this. I'm just going to go do it. Right when I'm about to make a behavior that I know is going to cost me downstream, what's been transformative for me is instead of getting mad, instead of getting frustrated, is stopping and being curious and asking myself, what am I trying to protect myself from? What is this Amazon purchase? What am I trying? Oh, I'm bored. Oh, I had a tiff with my 6-year-old and I'm pouting, and so I'm going to go buy some more, I don't know, fishing line or something stupid that I don't really need. What am I doing this stuff for? And then that's always going to push me back to the vision, right, which is, oh, we're doing this for this. I'm not going to hit it for this, right? I'm not going to hit purchase. I'm not going to go buy this. I'm not going to buy a $9,000 bed on credit because we have a different vision for our life.
But the most asked question since I started this show 30 years ago, how do I get my spouse on board?
Yep.
And number one answer is don't say Dave Ramsey said. Because nobody cares what Dave Ramsey said.
It's got to be about us. It's got to be from inside, right?
Yeah. And no, really, the truth. I mean, that's not me just being humble or weird or something.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, your opinion for your life is you're the only one who gets a vote in your life.
Imagine if Sharon.
I don't get a vote in your life.
If Sharon came to you and said, Dave, my friend Dan says that I should hold your hand more, so I'm going to start doing that. That wouldn't mean anything, right? But if my wife comes to me and says, hey, I want to start holding your hand, that means I've thought I want to get closer to you. That means something to me.
So you always, number one, you don't blame it on me. Number two, there's a whole get out of debt thing here is so that.
Right.
What's your so that?
Yes.
It's so that we can be not broke anymore and stressed. It's so that we don't ever act like, we're not. We've both talked about your parents are pitiful.
Yeah.
We're sad about their financial condition. We don't want to be them when we're old.
That's right.
It's so that we're going to avoid debt so that we're not them. We're going to avoid debt so that we've got a pile of money we can send the kids to college without any debt. We want to be so that we'd like to open a hospital in our neighborhood and drop $10 million into that. So that. I don't know what your so that is, but you need a so that because debt in and of itself is not worth it.
That's right.
I mean, it's good. It's good. Get out of debt. It's a good thing. But the only reason we want you to get out of debt, the reason we teach you to get out of debt, it's so that you get financial peace.
Yes. And
so that you can do things.
Yes. And you can say, when that kid comes to your door, you don't gotta find nickels and pennies. You can buy all the candy, right? You can do those generous things, man.
You can completely buy out all the inventory of the Girl Scout.
Wouldn't that be fun?
That'd be fun. Just mess with her day.
And what would be really great is to have 75 boxes of cookies, and I'll try to explain to my wife, I'm just doing a good thing, hon.
Buy a single mama car.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, buy 10 of them a car.
Exactly.
I mean, change your life, man. So
take that girl in the youth group and pay for her college.
But the problem is when we get down into the weeds, it all comes down to a sleep number bed.
It becomes a math problem instead of a heart problem.
It's a sleep number bed. What? What? Yeah. I mean, God, I wish I could go back and tell you all the stupid butt stuff I have done with money and bought, things I have bought that are just hilariously stupid. Sleep number bed wouldn't be on the list, but I've done some hilariously stupid things.